Hello there, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff happening in the VTuber world. And today we talk about a VTuber doxing situation that forced a VTuber to graduate. This is Irina Kuma, this is the VTuber who was forced to graduate after she was doxed. This same VTuber would return to the streaming world to release a Google document exposing the people who doxed her. This is Irina Kumai, the person I was mentioning. She is a cute little sister bear VTuber. This is Irina's introduction to her many future fans. Irina would say, Yahoo! I'm Irina Kumai, a little sister bear that helps her parents at Berry Sweet Bakery. I love horror games and hate veggies. You'll marry me when I grow up, right? Irina would release a statement regarding her doxers, saying they doxed me, I'm tired of being scared, my doxers are they resell, the Dragon Master, and Zartaro. I wrote this to warn VTubers about these individuals and I recommend blocking and banning them from your communities. Please be safe. Now let's see what Irina has to say regarding her so-called doxers. This is her Google Doc, so let's take a look. They doxed me. I am Irina Kumai. I've been streaming for almost 3 years. On October of 2023, I forced myself to graduate due to a difficult situation I never wanted to talk about. Now I'm back and I'm tired of being afraid that at any moment my personal information might be leaked. Before I start, please keep in mind that this is a warning to ban and block these people and not to harass, as that could obviously get me in trouble with these people. To a certain server, Dragon's Discord server, Dragon is a liar and a manipulator. He will try to damage control and spin lies and put people against each other. To those in his server, I hope you think about the type of person him and his friends are whenever you see him in that Discord server, and you reflect on the type of person you want to be with, to associate with. The proof is all here. Firstly, I will tell you who these people are, and after that, I will provide proof of what they've done to me. Some screenshots will have conversations in Portuguese. I will provide transcriptions for each screenshot with English translations. Here are the 3 main culprits of this document. They all live in my country. They have doxed me and probably other VTubers, including Gagura, which they have admitted to in their public Discord server wiki. I'm not going to link it here. I will include a letter to these people at the end. If they're reading this, you better read that letter. There is something interesting waiting for you. Irina would provide some screenshots of the people who doxed her along with their Twitter accounts. This is the Dragon Master's Twitter account. This is Dragon's alt. This is Zartaro's Twitter account along with his Discord ID. And this is Rizal's Twitter account. So Irina does say, for this person, she is not sure because it was never confirmed, but before everything happened, the doxer confirmed he was the only one working at the store where she got doxed from. He also actively associates with Dragon even nowadays. Now we reach the timeline of events, maybe. Somewhere during the summer of 2022, Dragon and his friends found my channel. We were all from Portugal and VTubers from Portugal were a rare sight. So they became interested and became regulars in my channel. Dragon brought over a bunch of his Portuguese friends from his server to mine. After some time, I opened moderator applications. Both Dragon and Zartaro applied. I decided to accept them since I was in need of bilingual mods, since I allowed both Spanish and Portuguese in my chat at the time. I accepted Dragon, Zartaro, and another unrelated individual as moderators. There have been attempts to get me into their server, which I refused. There have also been attempts to meet up with me at a Portuguese anime convention, which were also refused. On January of 2023, I held a donathon to fund my 2.0 model and a new CPU for my computer. Once I got the funds, Dragon and Zartaro recommended I talked to their friend, Rizal, who worked for a famous PC company in Portugal, which I will not name. I went and asked for a CPU recommendation. Irina would provide a Discord screenshot of a conversation with Rizal when she was trying to get a CPU recommendation. Irina would continue by saying, this part might be on me because it is incredibly naive to give my information to a store a viewer works at. But my moderators vouched for it, and I decided to trust all of them. It was a mistake. I bought the CPU from the store, and all was well until it wasn't. On May 2nd, 2023, Dragon DM'd me to warn me that my docs came out a while back. He sent me a now deleted picture containing my full real name, my full address, and zip code, and some other things. From that point on, I knew it was them, even though Dragon lied to me and blamed another known VTuber doxer, saying he posted it on a 4chan Discord server. He lied, but I knew, and I felt extremely scared. From that point on, I stopped considering them my mods or friends. I didn't know these guys after all and didn't know what they could do with my information. I lived with my sisters, who are minors, and was extremely scared for their safety too. I started panicking and didn't know what to do, so I did something I shouldn't have. I pretended I didn't know anything, acted like everything was normal, pretended the person in the docs wasn't even me, even though we both knew it was, and kept pretending to be their oblivious friend, even though by that point we didn't talk that much. Irina would provide Discord screenshots of a conversation with the Dragon Master, and this was a guy who provided photos of Irina's docs. This is where the deleted photo of Irina used to be. We also had the Dragon Master claiming that the docs was done by someone else, seen in these Discord screenshots. This is Irina's transcription of her chat with Dragon Master. Take a look if you're interested. Irina will continue by saying, as I said before, after this I pretended to believe his lies and pretended that wasn't me, as did he. He said he wanted to come clean and that he's glad I'm safe, but completely lied to me and blamed someone else. The next problems I faced was with Zartaro, my other mod. He was more friendly to me and was way more active in my community, which I was grateful for. However, certain conversations with him creeped me out after I found out what they did to me. These are Irina's Discord screenshots of the situation. We're going to take a look at the transcription at the bottom. Irina would say, "Don't go looking for my name, I'll kill you." Zartaro replied, "But I'm just a little shy, curious baka viewer pleading face." Irina would say, "I'll kill you, I'll demod you, anger, like actually anger, know your place, filthy scum." Zartaro would say, "Has anyone ever found out? Or have you told someone?" Irina would say, "Haven't ever told anyone. Dragon sent me a screenshot of someone doxing me, but the dox was wrong, Lamau. But don't ask for it. I'm kind of scared. You guys go tease the doxer saying, Lamau, imagine getting it wrong, and then he's gonna try again and get it right." Zartaro would say, "I didn't ask anyone though. I do my own research, Lamau." Irina would say, "I will actually kill you. Anger, at least wait for Irina to move out to go find my docs information." This part was a common joke within my community. Zartaro replied, saying, "I wouldn't share it with anyone though. Why would a moderator do that? The hell?" Sob. Irina would say, "I'd feel better if I knew one of my moderators wasn't trying to go looking for my information online." Zartaro replied, saying, "Yeah, but it's not like I'm obsessed and searching every bit of it. You'd be surprised how easy it is to find stuff." Irina would say, "That does not make me feel better, by the way." Zartaro replied, "There is no way the outside viewers could find anything though." Irina would say, "Lamau, why do you say that? Are you calling my beloved viewers dumb?" Zartaro replied, saying, "Because they are dumb and don't know the master race Portuguese language." Irina replied, "Whoa, oh no, Portuguese doxers don't exist, Lamau. Zartaro would say, "Actually, just shut up, don't slip up more things, anger." Irina would say, "Wow, telling a woman to shut up." Zartaro would say, "You're slipping too much stuff. That makes me curious. I'm a curious boy." Irina replied by saying, "Curious boys will be demodded if they act like schizo viewers pleading." Zartaro would say, "Not the passive-aggressive message." Irina would respond by saying, Irina would never." Irina would continue by saying, "Sorry, I just have trust issues when a moderator starts talking about being curious to know my personal information, censored, and I don't want moderator problems again. I want to trust." Zartaro replied, "If it makes you trust me more, I can send you my address or full name, Lamau." Irina replied by saying, "No, don't dox yourself, idiot." Zartaro would say, "I really don't have second intentions," or something like that. Irina said, "I could have ties with dangerous people. Are you crazy? Don't give internet people your address. I know, just makes me nervous." Zartaro would say, "And I totally understand that I can sound creepy when saying these things. I get it, but I don't know. I guess I think of it as a funny game or something. Not the Lisbon Mafia, oh no." Irina would end by saying, "Please remember what he said here about thinking of it looking up my information as a funny game. This will be relevant later." I kept continuing to pretend everything was fine even though I was panicking and extremely scared. I knew I was just being paranoid and probably nothing would happen to me, but I just couldn't forget about it. One day in July, Dragon asked to resign as a mod. After that, he sent a message to my server saying he didn't deserve to be a moderator and saying goodbye to everyone, said he'd disappear from my life, exact words, and then left. He then proceeded to block me, and I panicked again. However, this apparently was just a misunderstanding or so I thought at the time, context below. This information will also be brought up later in the document. After he did that, I tried talking to Zataro to clear things up. So these are the Discord screenshots that Irina has provided. As usual, we'll be taking a look at the transcriptions below. The Dragon Master would say, I'm thinking of resigning mostly because I don't think I deserve to be a moderator and rather just let someone else handle it than stay AFK like Dad, another moderator, and the other mods did. My job was to make Irina popular on 4chan and I already accomplished my goal. Irina would say, I don't mind people being AFK, people are available at different times, but if that's what you want, let me know. The Dragon Master would say, it's better. I haven't watched an Irina stream in half a year lol. Sometimes I watch VODs at best. Irina would reply, Lamau. Dragon Master would say sorry. Irina would say, it's okay, thanks for being honest. Hope everything is alright with you. The Dragon Master replied, it is. Irina would say, I proceed to send a sad face. I do it 2 more times just to find out the messages aren't going through because I was blocked. The Discord bot would say, your message could not be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient is only accepting direct messages from friends. You can see the full list of reasons here. Discord support link. Switching to Zartaro's DMs, Irina would say, I don't know, he said he doesn't deserve to be a moderator because he hasn't watched my streams in a long time, and that's acceptable. But then in my server, he said he disappeared from my life, left the server and blocked me apparently. Did I do something? I tried to send a message again, but the Discord won't let me. Zartaro would reply saying, what the fuck, that's so weird, let me talk with him for a bit. Irina said okay. Zartaro said, did he really only say that? Irina would reply saying, yeah, but check general. Did I do or say something bad? I don't understand, but I want to apologize. Zartaro would say, I know now. He can't send you a message if he's not on your server, and since you don't have him added, he can't, but he didn't block you. It's automatic from your permissions. Irina would end it by saying, I'm talking to him now, hold on. Irina continues with a story by saying, the block was apparently a misunderstanding. We cleared things up and moved on. After that, we rarely talked. He'd rarely message me to check up sometimes, but that was about it. Later, I found out that Zartaro looked for extra information on me, my university's site, obtaining my full name and social security number. My mental health kept getting worse and worse during the months to the point where I decided to graduate as a VTuber, as I couldn't take the fear anymore. I ended up regretting this decision because I missed everything too much. First, on September 30th, 2024, I warned my tier 3 subs and my moderators that I would graduate. I think Irina made a typo here. I think she meant 2023 and not 2024. That's all. After so many months of lies and fear, Zartaro, who stayed as a moderator, finally got the courage to admit everything. At first, I tried to act friendly to obtain information, even pretending that I'd accept meeting up at the next Portuguese anime convention. But I got so angry that I couldn't take it anymore and ended up sending a bit of pathetic messaging, begging them not to hurt my sisters and saying I don't care if they send someone to rape and kill me, but to leave them alone. Yeah, pathetic, sorry. And blocking everyone involved. I know I was wrong to send that message and I regret it. However, I still resent that it took him months to admit it. Only when I warned everyone I was graduating, only when they thought I'd be gone for good, that they could get rid of me, did they decide to admit it, after months of lying. Irina would provide a lot of screenshots of her conversation with Zartaro. Obviously, there's a mix of English and Portuguese, so we will be taking a look at the transcriptions that Irina has prepared for her Google Doc viewers. Wow, there's a lot here. This is Irina's transcription of her Discord messages. Zartaro would begin by saying, so how's it gonna be? Also, when you graduate, I have something to tell you then. Irina replied, say it. Zartaro would say, it's regarding your real identity. Are you sure? Irina confirmed, I already knew it. Zartaro said, that I knew? Irina said, Zartaro asked, how? Irina answered, the curious boy pleading thing. To which Zartaro would reply, it really was that obvious, tisk. Irina continued, but I'm sure you knew before that. Zartaro said, yeah, almost immediately after I became the moderator. Irina would say, yep, but just a heads up, if you saw pictures of me, that's not me. I don't post pics of myself online. Zartaro said, no, I only know your full name and where you live. Irina said, what a good thing to say, Lamau. I only know your full name and address, only. Zartaro replied, shh. Irina would say, and honestly, I don't really believe that, but Zartaro said, believe what? Irina replied, that hackers did it. Zartaro would say, it was honestly a really funny way to find you. Irina would say, or data miners or something. Zartaro would say, I can't tell you where, but it was because of a purchase. Irina said, I know, I always knew, and from that moment I started having trust issues with you and Dragon and with all my Portuguese viewers. Zartaro would say, knew that fucker would snitch. Irina said, he didn't snitch. Zartaro would say, but yeah, basically only me and him knew. Irina said, I just saw through the lies, censored private info. Zartaro would say, after that, I did too much research, but I haven't shared it with anyone. Irina would say, so you guys snitched on yourselves, to be honest. Zartaro would say, basically, I got your first and last name and then I found everything else by myself. Irina would say, I'm really disappointed in you. Always was this whole time. I trusted you guys and thought, okay, maybe the person who works there will not leak anything, but nope. Zartaro would say, if it makes you happy, I only started searching because I received that information. Irina replied, that doesn't make things better, Lamau, but the past is the past. Zartaro confirms, it's just me and Dragon who got it. I can guarantee you that we didn't give it to anyone. Irina would say, I don't know if I can trust that, but at this point, I don't care. I'll stop being a VTuber so my information is worth nothing. Zartaro would say, and even that guy that gave the info really didn't want to share it. Irina replied, Lamau, sure, that's why we're here today. Zartaro would say, Lamau, but yeah, I said to absolutely nobody that I knew and even things I found. Irina would say, you're making things worse for yourself by telling me this, by the way, Lamau. Zartaro would say, thing is, I really don't have any second intentions with this stuff and never intended to share with anyone or do anything with the information. It was really just curiosity, and if it makes it any better, my friends ask me to find people for them. But it's outside of VTubing or whatever, like people from university or something. Zartaro continues by saying, he only doxed because he's close to us. Irina replied, very nice. Zartaro would reply, I'm feeling bad. Irina would say, you should, Lamau. I live with my younger sister, by the way, just saying. Zartaro would say, have no idea who they are though. Irina would say, I've had viewers tell me they're gonna steal my sisters away from me. So that's kinda scary when you guys share my address around like that. Zartaro would reply, yeah, but we didn't share it with anyone. Irina would say, I know, I hope. Zartaro would say, I mean, nothing happened and it's almost a year already. But anyways, if it makes you feel better, here's my full real name, censored. Irina said, I know. Zartaro would also provide his location, which has been censored by Irina. Irina would say, I don't care about your name, Lamau. I also know Dragon's real name, and I don't care. Can you at least show remorse for doing that? For me to not reconsider meeting up with you guys? Zartaro replied, I mean, I regret it, but if someone told you they had information about censored name of a VTuber I like, wouldn't you want to see it? I felt really bad after knowing it back then. I won't lie, but yeah, upon knowing I could find out your actual name got me really curious. Irina replying to VTuber comment, no, not really, I'd feel guilty. As a VTuber, I shouldn't support that kind of stuff. Well, gonna get ready to stream. Let's keep talking later. Zartaro would say, okay, good luck, I will be there. Some time would pass, Irina would stream, and later, after her stream ended, the conversation on Discord would continue. Zartaro would say, would you like to have a quick VC now, here? Irina would say, no, I think I can type what I want to say. Zartaro replied, I see, I wanted to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. This left me thinking all afternoon, especially for knowing that I made you have trust issues even though I guaranteed I didn't share it with anyone. Irina would say, knowing that two people that were supposed to protect me, two people I had to trust, literally asked for my personal information. You asked, right? Since you told me that supposedly that guy didn't want to share it, that means you guys pressured him into doing it? Ever since Dragon told me that a data miner got my info, I always knew it was a lie and instantly stopped trusting you. But still had to since you were my moderators. Zartaro would reply, it wasn't that deep, I swear, we didn't beg for it for long or something like that. Irina would say, I know I'm obviously not famous and no one's going to stalk me, but the fact that you guys lied to me made me not know who you were anymore. You were strangers I couldn't trust with my info. You could be trying to go to my house and stuff. I do not know you personally and don't know what you could do. I started always looking around me when I'm outside and even telling my sisters, who are children, do not walk too close to me. I never opened moderator applications again because of you guys. I developed a major trust issues, especially towards moderators. Zartaro replied, In response to my "you asked, right?" question, I didn't ask. Let me get it. Irina would say, I don't care. I don't want to see it. Whatever it was already happened. Please don't show it to me. Zartaro would say, I'm sorry, but I know you don't know me, nor do I know you, but I really didn't think much of the situation. To be sincere, I really wanted to tell you because I didn't feel good having this information with me. Irina would talk again, saying, and you still went to look for more. Zartaro would say, yes, I'm sorry, but to be sincere, I only did it because of certain bits you let out during streams or VC. I know it's wrong. Irina would say, oh no, you don't get to blame me for this, and it doesn't look like you felt bad since you treated it as something quirky and funny until I said I was disappointed and that I always knew. Only after did you start feeling bad, at least in my point of view. Zartaro would say, that is really like me. I don't like to take things too seriously, even if they are. I'm trying to write in the most serious form I can, I swear, and I always felt bad, but obviously I wouldn't just tell you, oh, Irina, I feel bad for knowing who you are. And obviously, I don't blame you for anything. You were only doing your job as a streamer and making content. Okay, so this is where the Discord screenshots end, and Irina would return to the Google Doc to explain more about the situation. What follows after those screenshots is several messages from Zartaro with a genuine apology. I thought it was genuine, but now not so much. And some heartfelt words. I won't post that part out of the little respect I still have for him. Argument, I got tired of pretending to still want to be friends and took a break from talking. I went to the other unrelated mod and we talked about it more calmly. Zartaro promised they didn't send it to anyone. This is what the unrelated mod told me. This is the Discord screenshots of Irina and the unrelated mod, and this is her transcription. The unrelated moderator would speak. Dragon and Zartaro actually both doxed you to me a while back. While they told me your real name, anyways, and the city you live in, I never told you because I figured it would just stress you out to know that another person knew your info. But sorry for not telling you. Nonetheless, I don't want you to think I betrayed you or something too. They just told me you already knew, but they just kind of came to me with it. So I can't say I'm surprised that they were betraying you. In hindsight, I should have told you, but they convinced me you knew, so this is where Irina butts in. Irina would say, you already had my IP address anyways, but wow, thanks for telling me this, but as my moderator, why wouldn't you tell me? The moderator would reply, I hope this isn't sarcasm, it's not something I personally would want to hear. Irina replied, what? Moderator would say, I most likely should have told you, but they told me that you knew they had your info and all, and I really just didn't want to stress you out since the info didn't really matter to me anyways. Irina resumes her commentary in the Google Doc. After this, when I sent the pathetic message begging them not to hurt my family and blocked everyone involved, this was during the dawn of October 1st. Few hours after Zartaro admitted to everything, I went to sleep, and during the night of October 1st, a new member joined my server, said they wanted to DM me to talk about my old VTuber group. It was this. This is Irina's transcription of the Discord messages. This is presumably Seraph, the doxer Dragon's alt account. They would say, I didn't leak any docs. I joked around with unrelated mod and your first name was censored, but I never showed him your personal information. I understand you are upset that someone went to look for your personal information, and you're right. What I think is confusing is that 8 months have passed since it happened, and 5 months since I personally told you, and you are only now complaining about it. After all, being worried when I went away was because you were paranoid that I'd leak it or something. I'll give you peace of mind now. I haven't thought about you one single time ever since I left, except when I sent you a random Lisbon subway status because I felt like it. I wouldn't even be sending this message if I wasn't getting called at 4 a.m. because of the fear-mongering that you caused out of petty revenge. No, no one will go to name of my city. No, no one cares about you except Zartaro. No, no one will hurt you / rape you, whatever the fuck your mind came up with. We have more to do with our fucking lives. Good luck on your next step of your life. Goodbye. From Dragon. That was the end of the message. Irina would continue explaining the situation after this disgusting victim-blaming and guilt-tripping message. I graduated on October 14th. All that time I kept thinking about what went wrong, and I missed streaming a lot. but was scared of them. Being scared was probably an overreaction since for all those months I graduated, nothing happened. On April 13th, I finally gathered up the courage and did an unlisted YouTube stream, promoted it through an alt account and revealed what had happened with the doxing situation. I didn't mention full nicknames or provide screenshots, I just vaguely talked about what happened and asked people to never mention it again. After that stream, Dragon, this is the person who doxed her, would post 2 tweets, simple gifs and no caption. One of them was on his personal account. The gift said, "Just when I thought I was out of it, they dragged me back," something like that. The other was on his Dragon Boxes account. It was just a gif of someone smoking. I assumed it was his way of mocking me. After the stream, he also went to 4chan to defend himself. As you read his message, you'll find several things that don't align with my version of the story and with the proof I gave above. He's lying through most of it. And he said if anyone goes after him, that he'd leak the docs. These are the Discord messages that Irina is showing. And these are Dragon's words. I don't really have to defend myself from Irina's allegations or anything on fucking VT. 4chan of all things. But of course I just got bothered by this again after almost 1 full year. February 2023. I didn't rope her into anything. She got a CPU because she wanted to. May 2023. All I told her is that we knew her email, which by the way has her full name and date of birth on it. Very smart by the way. Somewhere during summer I told her I don't want to moderate for her because I don't watch VTubers anymore. August 2023, she blocks me on everything out of nowhere and soon after graduates, and apparently all of this is my fault somehow. Long after I'm no longer talking with her or interacting in any way. I introduced Irina to this thread, I shilled her for non-stop under Aizen poster, and I saved her dying fucking career as I've done to many other VTubers you fags now eat up. I started watching her in summer 2022. By the way, okay, I don't think this is a Discord screenshot, this is a screenshot of 4chan. I'm glad she's back so you fuckers can stop crying about how she stopped being a VTuber, but ever since she stopped, she's been going around crying to every single person out there that it's my fault even after I stopped talking to her for half a year and I couldn't give less of a shit of what she's up to. The fact, out of the 3, I'm the only one who got my nickname fully said out loud just makes it funnier living rent-free. You guys have fun with your men Hera lolly. Just don't come after me or you sure as fuck will know she's getting doxed. Dragon would continue his rant on 4chan. This is Dragon allegedly according to Irina. He would say, "What you again, I stopped talking with her, fucking before she started crying about any of this. He even started crying that I was gonna rape her infant sisters or some shit. I'm sorry, you are too blinded by your simp behavior to understand reason. We weren't going to do anything and we didn't, but she keeps trying to start shit. So yeah, I had to make a fucking thread." Guy continues, "Dude, the information is so fucking old. I'd have to go actively go dig it up. I don't have it on me right now, obviously, but it's on mine and Irina's chat logs. Again, I have to make threats because you people already started going to my personal accounts and harass me over this." Irina adds some commentary on his words, saying, "Note, this is a lie. I checked his profile again and again, no interaction whatsoever. No one found him, no one harassed him." Now we get back to Dragon talking. "I never had any malice when I told Irina we knew her email. Hell, if I wanted to actually fuck her over, she actively told us multiple times that she went to a manga store in my hometown, and of course we do know where that is. So if I actually wanted to fuck with her, I could have gone there or some shit. Again, she's not very smart, she's a college dropout after all. We know a lot about her because she's actively told us, and I never intended to use anything against her. But if I keep getting attacked over this, I will take action." Dragon is now responding to someone on 4chan commenting. This commenter said, "Betrayed the trust of a friend," to which Dragon said, "Hello there, Mr. Parasocial. I wasn't her friend. I was simply there to help her run things, and it got boring pretty fast. I don't even fucking remember the name of the guy that actually got her docs. That's how long ago this whole shitstorm was." We now have Irina adding commentary to Dragon's words on 4chan. Irina would say, "Note, this is a lie too. If I have the right person, they still interact on Twitter and they are still in the same server. This can be easily proven with Dragon Box's post and Lay Rizal's replies to Dragon's personal account." We go back to Dragon talking. "I'm even only bothering to post here because I know she's gonna show up and have a meltdown over it, and then fucking quit again and leave me the fuck alone for another year. Amen. That's the extent of the 4chan messages that Irina has shown. And Irina continues her commentary in the Google Doc again. Irina continues by saying, "That is all of the proof I have. After gathering it, I had a panic attack and deleted every single message I have ever sent on the Irina Kumai Discord account due to finding out a friend screenshotted my venting messages and sent them to others, mocking me behind my back, but that's unrelated to this. Some viewers I used to chat with can confirm this. I deleted every single message from every DM I could find. Again, as you can see, his posts on 4chan contradict the proof I have. I will address this on my letter to the doxers below. And again, please do not harass them, just ban them from your communities and block them." This is Irina's letter to the doxers. She says, "Hello dear Dragon, Zartaro and Lay Rizal. I will never forgive you for what you did. You may try to twist it however you want, and even if I did some things I regret, like pretending nothing happened and sending that pathetic message, you are in the wrong here. You abused my trust and went out of your way to gather and share my personal information. I want to believe that at the start you didn't mean it maliciously. You were just stupid and curious. However, that does not justify your actions. I also want to believe that you only shared it with each other and didn't leak it to anyone else as promised, but I can't trust you anymore. You've caused me to be scared for over a year. It doesn't matter if nothing happened. What matters is that you hurt me and doubled down on that instead of recognizing your mistake. I'm not doing this for fear-mongering or petty revenge. I don't know any of you. I don't know what you're capable of. And the fact that some of you and your friends live pretty close to me scares me even more." To Lay Rizal, "I'm not sure if this was you, but given that you yourself told me that out of your friends, you were the only one working for that store, I think it's correct to assume it was you. I know what you did to the other VTubers, and you told me exactly where you work. If you don't want me to get you fired, then make your friends behave, not retaliate against this document. Also, get your real name out of your public Steam account. Dragon keeps talking about how I'm dumb to include my date of birth in my email, but you have your name for everyone else to see." To Zartaro, "Thank you for always being kind to me, or at least pretending to, but I do not trust you anymore. First, you told me that looking for people's information was a funny game to you. Then you joked with me about guessing my university course. Then, when we argued, you told me how funny it was to find my information like that. Then you suddenly switched up and said you always felt so bad about it. You are a liar, but I think most of it has to do with the influence these people have on you. And honest advice, stop hanging out with them. You are too young to be in this kind of trouble you are about to be in." And finally, to Dragon, "You are a manipulator and a liar, and you will probably try to damage control in your server and spin lies. I wouldn't be so angry at you if you hadn't sent that petty message through your alt. I asked you guys not to contact me anymore because I was uncomfortable and you still did. I was willing to let this go. If only you hadn't been so petty and doubled down or made those 4chan posts, you wouldn't have ruined everything. Your friends should thank you, really. I'm only writing this because of you. Rent-free, huh? You lied on your 4chan posts, and you know that. You made it sound like you're such a kind soul who warned me about my docs. You lied and said someone else did it instead of admitting it was you guys. You didn't tell me that you knew my email. You sent me a picture with my full name, home address, and email and then deleted it. I didn't block you on August. You blocked me after leaving, like I showed in the screenshots, but apparently that was a misunderstanding. I only blocked you after arguing with Zartaro about everything. You know that very well. No, this is not all your fault. The reason I'm focusing on you is because of the petty things you have said. You lied about not having contact with Lay Rizal, and just one look at your Twitter posts will tell me that you lied about people harassing you. You literally had no likes or replies to anything. I fully said your nickname on my unlisted stream because Dragon is such an edgy and common name that they'd never find you just by that alone. Also, you didn't introduce me to anything. I knew about it long before you ever met me. And so did they. And your contributions to my channel didn't save it. The 4chan stream did, the Smash or Pass did, Gaki Life did, my new model did, my comeback did. Also, if you really have better things to do with your fucking life, why all of this? Why beg for my information and threaten me? You lying sorry excuse for a man. Don't you dare ever leak anything about me again. GM, SC, and RP U3, I know much more than you think. Open up when a mailman knocks on your door, okay? A document signed by a lawyer should be arriving soon. If at any point I ever see just a hint of my information online, I will assume it was you and proceed with a lawsuit. Don't try anything because I really won't rest until you either pay me thousands as compensation or go to jail. The jail time for doxing isn't that long, So you'd still be fine with that, right? With love, Irina Kumai. And now we reach the end of Irina's Google Doc. Thank you for reading until this point. I didn't want to involve my character Irina in this drama, and I promise this is the last I will speak of something like this. Thank you so much for all the support. Well, that's the end of the Google Doc. That was Irina Kumai's doxing situation. As always, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. This is Terry Nebula signing out.